Next, thousands of Seattle students heading back to school in just a few weeks, but a growing homeless encampment next to a city elementary school has parents concerned about their children's safety. Take a look at this exclusive video. The encampment, which is only separated from the school by a flimsy fence, as you can see there, has grown considerably over the summer. Neighbors have reportedly witnessed some of the residents getting into brawls, doing drugs right out there in the open, and bringing prostitutes into the encampment. Let's bring in the man who shot that exclusive video, radio talk show host from Seattle, Jason Rantz. Jason, tell us what you saw.
Yeah, I mean, it's gotten worse and worse and worse. This has been an encampment that has been growing for the last year or so, and obviously parents have been complaining about the deteriorating situation there. You've got people who are shooting up out in the open. You've got brawls that are breaking up fairly frequently, and if you get too close and they don't like you at the moment, they will start to give you a hard time. And so obviously when we're talking about bringing kids back into the classroom in just a few weeks, there's growing concern for their safety. Now, the situation here is kind of interesting in that the city of Seattle does not own this property. It's owned by the Seattle School District. The Seattle School Board refuses to sweep because they think any sweep is inhumane and lacks compassion. Wow. Which, of course, means they think it's humane for these people to be sleeping in a a park surrounded by human waste and dealing with their addictions. Let's hear from one of the parents. This is Ryle Goodrich. His kids go to that school.
I keep them as far away from as possible. I don't want them to have anything to do with that school. They hear me talking about it with their mother. So, you know, they understand what's going on, that their school is not a safe place to be, and that the school district is not taking care of students in Seattle.
What are the parents supposed to do?
I mean, the parents right now are doing what they can, which is protecting their kids from seeing what's going on there, because right now, obviously, we're in the summer break, but they're raising their hands and saying, hey, can someone take care of this? The problem is they've been doing this for months, and the district doesn't seem interested in pursuing a reasonable solution. Now, they've come out recently and said, look, we're going to get this taken care of by September 1st, which is when the new school semester starts. But no one seems to think that that's reasonable. The last semester, which was partly remote, but also partly in class, in person, they still have the encampment there. And there were multiple times in which the school had to go into lockdown because of situations that happened, including someone breaking into the school. This is a significant issue, and the longer it just stays there, the worse it's going to get. It's attracting more people.
These encampments, you know, they're happening not just in Seattle, but in many cities across the country. I agree with you, not humane. But is the mayor or the governor, anybody, paying attention to what's going on here?
Well, the mayor's office is not taking responsibility for this because it's not their property. So they're basically saying, look, school board, it's up to you. Now, of course, they can just go in there and sweep these things. I don't know what the school board is supposed to do. What are they going to do in retaliation? They're not going to sue the city for getting involved. So it does feel like they're just pushing the blame to the other side and nothing ends up getting done. While at the same time, by the way, tens of millions of dollars, both in the city of Seattle and county-wide, they're spending tax dollars to buy hotels to put the homeless into. And so there is space, but the city here basically is taking a position that unless they're willing to go into any kind of treatment that they need or a shelter that they want, they're not going to compel. And of course, we know that that doesn't actually work for a good portion of these folks.
Kind of imagine that some of the teachers don't want this either.
Oh, no, the teachers are actually pushing back, and the fact that they're speaking up in the way that they have been is rather instructive here, because for the most part, the teachers' unions don't get involved. Teachers don't want to speak up on anything that could be deemed political, but they're saying, look, our safety and the safety of our kids is on the line here, and someone needs to take this seriously. So we're definitely starting to hear more from staff members who work at the school. And by the way, this is in North Seattle. This is Broadview Thompson.
All right, pay attention to this one. Jason Rantz, thank you, and appreciate the exclusive video as well.